Right, and still in police officers, the task force on improvement of the terms and conditions of service of the National Police Service and Kenya Prison Service, chaired by former Chief Justice David Maraga, started public hearings at the Bomas of Kenya. The National Police Service, led by the Inspector General of Police Japhet Koome, handed their memorandum. Maraga said the task force will make far-reaching recommendations, while Koome was upbeat about the outcome. Let's have a look.
Former Chief Justice Maraga revealed a plan to unite the National Police Service (NPS) and Independent Policing Oversight Authority (IPOA).
We will have teams of two members from the task force going to various counties, and of course they will be there with the Secretary of Staff to assist them. We have arranged it in such a way that when we go to the stations, for example, we will go to some police stations. In those police stations, we will ask the senior officers to give us a room. They will not be there. We will listen to the junior officers so that they can speak freely to us.
Maraga, while speaking to the press on Monday, January 30th, announced that the Police Reforms Task Force had already swung into action to unite the two entities.
I want to reiterate that the task force will endeavor to stick to the constitutional principles of transparency, accountability, and participation of the people, and will provide continuous and timely updates of its work to the members of the public and the relevant stakeholders from time to time.
Maraga revealed that the task force had already received a memorandum from NPS and was waiting on IPOA to make final recommendations.
We have some technical staff from the two services, the Kenya Police Service, the Kenya Prison Service, who are there assisting the Secretariat. But I want to assure you that even if they are there, even if they were from one unit, the recommendations will be from this task force. We will listen to everyone. We want to give everyone a chance to be heard. The recommendation, we will take responsibility as the commission, as the task force, on our recommendations. That's why we are, besides getting a memorandum from the National Police Service itself, we are even asking the Kenya Administrative Police, as well as Kenya Police and the CID, to make their own memorandum, to write their own memorandum and send it to us so that we consider. We are hearing views from everybody. Then before we make our recommendation.
IPOA has been at loggerheads with the police department on how and when to discharge weapons.
One of the tasks this task force has been given is, once we finish with the recommendations, we are supposed to come up with what we call an implementation matrix. An implementation matrix. We will say this needs to be done by this body, and within a given time. We will give a time frame.
On December 17, 2022, the authority told of Inspector General of Police Japhet Koome after he asked police officers to use their guns to protect themselves while in danger.
We have reached out to the National Police Service Commission. We have reached out to IPOA. We have reached out to the two, the services. And we have actually asked them to each make their own memorandum. We are considering all that. As I mentioned, one of the major issues that this task force is going to deal with is the issue of operational constraints. If there are any challenges the services are meeting among themselves, like the one you have talked about with the National Police Service Commission, we have already even received their memorandum. So we are going to consider.
On December 22nd, 2022, President William Ruto named Maraga as the chairperson of a 20-member task force to assess the terms and conditions of service for police and prison service officers.
We will be very, very careful to make sure that those officers freely talk. We are not going to say we have heard this from so and so. Do you see what I mean? We are not going to say, we are not going to name names. We will take the views from those officers. In fact, when we write the report, the senior officers will not even know where we got those views.
Maisha Prime News, I'm Simbi Faith.